worthy
I'd do that
performance.
shit for $1 million.
I'll do it for $100K. What? You say $1 million? I'm showing up with my own.
Look, see them hating ass niggas talking, tell them niggas stop it. Move back, baby, run down Jason. Off the Berkey, boy, I'm dangerous. I'm in a double R, shit look like a spaceship. Everything is up there. So the folks of my man.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacts Show. I'm your host, Feeq or Feeq, with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Dana Dane in the building. No, it's been a little absentee, but we're still alive. It's only been 3 weeks, but I had to let some of the news fluff out and come back with some good content for you guys. Got some good topics for y'all. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the first
Rest in
one.
peace, Akira Toriyama.
yes. What I do first to say, RP to Akira Toriyama. He was probably the sole reason I got into anime, because the first anime I remember watching was definitely Dragon Ball Z, without question. So it was like, without that, and I'll see the Budokai Tenkaichi matchups with my brothers and my friend Steve growing up as a kid. Like, all that was he was the root cause of that. And don't even get us started on like the other project that he's done or had influence on. Like, everybody in the streets is Kamehameha and then screaming like Goku and all that other shit, and just the influence it's had on kids and millennials and people today is indescribable with words. Yeah, so with that being said, rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. He really had a big influence on my childhood, and I'm sure Feeq can say the same thing.
Yeah, same thing, man. I just remember Dragon Ball Z Kai, sitting through them episodes, hyped as hell. Dragon Ball Super, watching Goku and Jiren fight, all the memories is crazy, man. So we can talk for hours about this.
Yeah.
We gonna let
I know
it.
as he said, fuck the big three, it's just Big Me. No Kendrick. But first, we're gonna that's really like the only anime topic we got. Outside of that, it's mainly just Marvel and DC shenanigans. We talked about this. We kind of talked about this a couple episodes ago, not last episode, but Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, and through that is the owner of Marvel Studios. He was kind of came out and said we're kind of reeling back in on what's working and getting rid of what's not. That was the basis of what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And through that interview or that quote, there's been kind of rumors coming out that movies have been gotten canceled. And so far, the main ones that are rumored that have been canceled are Ant-Man 4, Captain Marvel 3, and Eternals 2. Now, first of all, I didn't even know they was making an Ant-Man 4. I
didn't think they was going to make one.
Last to get a fourth movie.
Yeah, I feel like that one's more. I feel like that's way more rumor than actual fact for Ant-Man 4. I just don't see where they could go else.
I don't know either, because they kind of killed the Ant-Man franchise after that third one. And it's not like, because the Ant-Man movies were good. They were really good. I enjoyed them. But the third one kind of left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And Ant-Man isn't like an A-list character anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you basically murdered it off of this one
Bad
movie
ending.
because it was very evident watching the movie, the different conflicting plot points, and just for Kane to lose to some ants.
Lose to some dang ants.
Just lose to some damn ants.
That's one thing I hate about that movie. Them damn ants.
So, and then Captain Marvel 3, I can see that just because, like, realistically, because the Marvels, Captain Marvel 2, there was a movie. There's a missing Captain Marvel 2 that we just don't see. Because remember how in that movie she was like, "Oh yeah, I went back to the planet and destroyed the
Yeah.
Supreme Intelligence."
She was like,
I'm
I was
like, "When
controlled.
did you do this?"
Yeah.
So that's a movie in itself, and I guess I can only imagine someone was in there in the studio and was like, let's make a movie about this, but Brie Larson is already the punching bag of Marvel. Like after Captain Marvel, the first one, it would be very hard to they fool the audience out of $1 billion movie with that first one. They not fooling them niggas again. And it showed in the Marvels. So God forbid
Yeah.
they do another one with Brie Larson as the one and only lead. I think in the Marvels, and we both agree that the Marvels was a better movie than Captain Marvel because
Way better.
seeing Brie Larson's dynamic, it kind of humanized her in a way with having to work with Monica Rambeau and Ms. Marvel.
And
Zuda
she
had
was
a really good,
actually enjoyable in the movie and not just a
yeah.
plot device.
So,
Actually had
so yeah,
lines.
imagine another movie with Brie Larson in it, just by herself doing some other nigga shit, just doing
So
some
what?
bullshit. Like
Just
just
a wigger.
continuing on her the rockism. Like, look how
Yeah.
awesome I am, and I'm about to show you how awesome I am, and no one can stop me because I'm so awesome. That's how the first movie went. Um, and then Eternals 2. Now, with this one, I think the only reason they canceled Eternals 2 or just kind of gave up on the ideas of the Eternals is because X-Men and Mutants. If they never did that deal with Fox, I think because my idea was, well, my personal opinion is the only reason why they gave Eternals a chance is like, well, since because at the time they didn't have the rights or the rights to the X-Men back, so they're
Yeah.
like, we gotta have mutants in some way. Well, Inhumans didn't work that show,
I forgot that
so
existed.
next thing is Eternals.
Yeah.
Let's try this movie out. Let's see how it does. It didn't really do so well. I enjoyed it. I thought it was different. Like it had Marvel elements, but it didn't necessarily follow that formula. And it was like a lot of good. That was probably the last movie with some really good CG in it
Yeah.
from Marvel Studios.
Yeah. I think with Eternals, I think it went, which isn't a bad thing. I think for the average Marvel watcher, it went almost too deep into the fantasy isk movie like genre and not the, because Marvel and superhero movies, they got like their genre. I don't know. I'm just gonna say superhero. They're the superhero like yay type genre, right? And
Right.
then fiction stuff is more so to me is like that would be like Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, X stuff. That's like fiction, more fiction-ish because it has elements, but it's not like I don't know. It's not as happy. I don't know
Yeah.
if you're gonna say it, but
No,
it's
I
not
see what
to
you're
me.
saying. Like
Yeah,
it's not the typical superhero pattern.
yeah,
It,
and
it stuck to a theme.
yeah, and that's how I
And
felt
it just
Eternals
so happened to
was.
be a superhero movie.
Yeah,
So I personally think if they never got that rights to X-Men back, they would have kind of just rolled it out with Eternals. And it's like, we gotta figure something out. Like we gotta do something.
mm,
But, obviously, uh after that Fox deal, I think Kevin Feige in their mind shooting is like, well, we don't really need Eternals like that for real. Like we really don't. Like, yeah, we can say um we can have a scene or something. We can kind of explain like, oh, Eternals when they first came down, when the Celestials came, they were experimenting on humans, and that's how you get Eternals, humans and mutant niggas with the X gene because they was testing them.
mhm.
But that's my thing. I'm like, I think the only reason why they even tried Eternals was because they didn't have the X-Men. They have the X-Men now, and we all see now that they're going full head full head of steam with this X-Men propaganda. We see with X-Men 97, which I've watched already and I really enjoy, and with Deadpool and Wolverine. It's full X-Men mode.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
they're not turning their head back
they
because
fully
they
said,
know they're trying to make all that money back. We're like, let's cut the bullshit. Let's cut this nonsense. Let's stick to what works. Let's stick to our guns and let's get this money.
yeah, they fully know. They're like, oh, we got our cash cow back. They said we don't got the other cash cow Spider-Man fully here, but we got this one. So we about to make this month work. We about to put them on the wheel. So I like it though, because I've been waiting for X-Men stuff to come out. Also, I've been waiting for the Fantastic Four stuff to come out. Really, those three, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, that's three stuff is like, that's the bread and butter. That's the full meal you need to be successful. And we're going to see, because I know we're going to talk about it a little later, Deadpool and Wolverine, but I want to see how that really branches into everything.
Right. So, yeah, I just remembered. So, like, we see that they're, like, with Miss Marvel, they made her a mute now, which only just is going to fuel the excitement of, like, mutants in the MCU. Because, obviously, prior to that, she was an Inhuman.
Yeah.
Which, in the comics, she should have been a mutant anyway, which they ended up redoing that after they killed her, and then they brought her back, making her a mutant. But outside of the Inhumans, the only one you know is Ms. Marvel and Black Bolt. That's it. So it's like,
and
that's why the Inhuman show failed. You can't really make a compelling story with a nigga that don't talk and characters people don't know outside of Ms. Marvel. So it just only makes sense. I wouldn't even be surprised if they made all the Inhumans mutants. They brought Black Bolt in, and it's like, you ain't fuck this terror gas nigga, you're a mutant. I don't know what they told you over there.
You know what they could do? They could definitely put all the Inhumans on what's the island the mutants get after
Genosha?
They could definitely do that. Instead of having the Inhumans on the moon, they could be like, oh, they was just on Genosha.
Yeah. Genosha or Asteroid M.
Yeah.
Which was Magneto's like basically floating rock.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, y'all go up here, and Magneto is just over y'all niggas. But yeah, so I'm definitely excited to see what Marvel does with mutants and Magneto and everybody.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. My bad to cut you off.
Go ahead.
The Genosha one would be crazy, because if you think about it, you could even do something with it. Because the Inhumans, when they were made, it was early on, right? In civilization, or were they? I'm trying to remember. How old were they?
Kind of. I think their origin is like they were living in this nation, and there was this gas, this terror gas that they sprayed, and it just made people Inhumans or not.
Yeah, because you could really,
which is how Miss Marvel got her powers and shit. But
yeah, because you could really do some stuff where, like, you can even say they early on, like, humans obviously, and they X gene activate while they on this island, or you could say they X gene activate and they was banished to this island early on, and they the first Inhumans because they got a mutation. Yeah,
right.
We Marvel hit our line. We have ideas, and you have the money. We just need the platform.
Yes, please. Fund the redacted, y'all. I know we curse a lot, but we're doing better.
We're doing better. Hey, man, it's wrong, but I cut it down.
Well,
I'm gonna try to not do as much for the rest of the show. I got you. We'll see what happens.
Got you. So our next topic. Well, going into Marvel and X-Men animated X-Men 97. I don't know if you've watched any of them episodes. If you haven't, I wasn't planning on talking about them in depth. It was more so about this idea.
Now you go as much in depth. I'm gonna watch him, but it's like, to me that's junk, not spoiler.
But yeah, so Marvel Studios is reportedly tossing around the idea of basically making a animated, shared animated universe.
Okay.
And apparently they're supposed to be exploring that more in the 97 season. Now, first of all, I think, because this I was going to have this as like a regular or redacted, but I thought we can kind of have a bigger conversation about this because I think this is a great idea.
Mhm.
Not only because Marvel, like Disney owns the full rights to Spider-Man when it comes to animation. Like they honestly can do whatever they want to with
True.
Spider-Man animation. Shows, animated shows, not movies, because obviously Sony and all of them have that
Yeah.
with the movies and animated stuff. But when it comes to animated TV shows, that's why the MCU is doing that's why they're talking around the idea of bringing back the 90 X-Men, not X-Men,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man the animated series, and uh I think they're supposed to have another show coming out. It was like Spider-Man Home, like freshman year,
It is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That they did say that was supposed to. They announced
which
that a
we
while
don't.
back.
Yeah, they announced it a while back. Like they announced it around the same time as X-Men 97. But that was initially, this is a little tangent. Initially, they announced it as like a prequel to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. At least
They
that's what they
did.
made it like.
Yeah, they was
And
like, this is
fast
what you
forward, we're
see what
getting new
happens.
information. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, they was like, this is what you're gonna see what happens first, but then it goes into the movie. But yeah.
Yeah, but then initially we getting more information that that's not the case because then we see clips of Osborn, and I'm as like it's supposed to be like the figure of what Tony Stark was, and then you're seeing there's supposed to be clips of other people in this high school and like other villains, like you getting Doc Ock, nigga. Tom Holland ain't fighting no nigga, no octopus outside of No Way Home. So I don't know. So that's why I was like, that ain't just making this shit up. So now this goes into the idea of having them do this shared 90s universe because either they're gonna scrap that show and then just redo like another 97, I guess Spider-Man 98, because that show ended around that time. Like they'll
Yeah.
do like a Spider-Man 98 and then Incredible Hulk 97 and
Iron
Fantastic
Man.
Four 99, Iron Man 98. Which I rewatched Spider-Man the animated series and then I rewatched X-Men the animated series just in time for this new show, which I'm glad I
Mhm.
did. And I'm enjoying it a lot. The animation is great. It's like almost I don't know the TV ratings, but it's basically like PG-13 for TV. So like
Okay.
I think it's like TV 17 or like TV 17, like TV's whatever. But because they showing people fighting and people bleeding like actual red blood,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh shit, they wasn't doing this back in the 90s. They were just getting hit and shot. And even in the funny thing is, even in the Spider-Man animated series, they couldn't use like real bullet guns, which is why everyone had laser guns in the show.
Mm.
If you notice, if you watch back and notice that everyone's guns was some sort of laser because they couldn't have real
Yeah.
bullets in the show or like real guns.
That's crazy.
And another thing is to this 97 universe thing, they kind of already did that in the Spider-Man show. He's teamed up with so many people. He's teamed up with Doctor Strange in certain episodes. He's teamed up. There was an X-Men animated series and Spider-Man crossover episode in the Spider-Man show. I remember that because they played the theme song. I don't remember who they were fighting. I just remember they were in New York and like the main team came down: Cyclops, Wolverine, Jubilee, Gambit, and all of them came down and were fighting probably Kingpin or somebody. But
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of cameos in the Spider-Man animated series, from, like I said, Doctor Strange to Doctor Doom to the Fantastic Four and the end. So, and like I know I've said this in previous episodes, how Marvel Studios basically bases their Spider-Man mythos completely off that show. If you
Mhm.
watch the tropes of Spider-Man content and rewatch that show, you'll see why. Everything is based off that show. Not no comic, not no other shit. It's off that show. And I can see Marvel doing that for the X-Men. Like, I think when the X-Men make a live action appearance in the MCU, not no cameos like Hugh Jackman or anything like that from the Foxverse, when they do a fresh start, it's gonna mirror the animated series, in my opinion. I don't know. I just dropped a lot on you, Feeq. How do you feel about that?
No, I guess I'll start off with them making like the other 90 shows. I think that's a good idea, and I definitely believe they will. I 100% believe they will. Even if they don't do all of them, they're gonna at least do Spider-Man, and I
Yes.
feel they'll test out one more show to see if they really want to go full on with everything. But I think they'll do Spider-Man at least, and then maybe um Iron Man or Hulk. So that I really want them to do, because like we've said before, you have more freedom with animation, and you're able to get more stories out, better stories. You don't have to worry about all these costs of sets, um, everything like that. You really just need a good story. Like, as long as you got a good story, it's watchable for the most part. For the most part.
Yeah.
For the actual TV show, I haven't started yet. It's on the list to start. I've seen a lot of clips though, like the clip of I think it's from the first episode when Cyclops
Yeah.
jumps out
The
the
the wing jet, whatever.
yeah, I was about to say X-wing, but yeah, when he jumps out the plane and then he uses the blast to like pretty much do a superhero landing. I said,
Yeah.
ooh wee.
You know what's crazy? I think they knew what they were doing with Cyclops's like badass coming out party, in a sense.
Yeah,
Because if you watch the original show, like, Cyclops was like the quintessential leader of that team. Like, yeah, him and Wolverine would butt heads sometimes, or by Jean Grey, whatever. That love triangle is crazy, though. If
bro.
we want to get into that,
I
but
have something once we're done with 97. But
but
yeah,
I was just gonna say, like, he was that guy in the TV show, and we didn't get that in live action, because I think the first X-Men movie, like the live action movie, because the show ended 97. 2 years after that, or around 99, 2000, was when the first X-Men movie came out, X-Men.
it was
And that's when, yeah, it was the year
it was like
2000.
2004, 3.
Uh,
Dang.
I
It
think it was
probably was.
like
You know, it probably
2000.
was, because I know Daredevil came out 2003. Because I just talked about it with my brother.
Yeah, X-Men 2000 with
Whew,
Patrick Stewart and Hugh
yeah,
Jackman, all them. But so obviously the shining star of that movie was Wolverine. So Fox saw that and was like, "We gotta focus on Wolverine. Fuck Cyclops. Fuck the team. Wolverine is the team."
they said
Like,
this is
all
the
this bullshit,
money.
and you see that kind of saw that in like the other projects that they had, like with the shows like Wolverine and the X-Men Evolution was more so like the team itself. Because I don't want to say it was solely about Cyclops, but it was more so about the whole team, not just Wolverine.
Yeah.
And the Fox universe was just Wolverine and everybody else.
Hmm.
And now Hugh Jackman uh, did his thing in that movie, and as Wolverine, like, he'll forever be Wolverine wherever he goes. And the crazy thing is, before he started out, is that people were kind of ridiculing him, because he was like, this nigga that be singing and shit, how the hell is he gonna play Wolverine? And he's 6'3". He's not even short. So you got this musical ass nigga trying to play Wolverine, this complete opposite. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the rest is history.
Exactly.
But yeah, so all that to say, I really don't even know where I was going with that, but
We was talking about Cyclops as a leader, but
yeah, like so. Back to the show, they knew people were not high. People who did not watch the animated series are not high on Cyclops. They think he's a BAN. And after that episode, they're like, "Oh no, y'all must not know.
you know
Let
what's
me show
crazy?
y'all something. Let me tell you something."
Let me tell you something. You know what's crazy though? People really don't, and I don't fault people for it, but it's crazy how like in the comics, Cyclops is like he's all this and then more. He's like he crazy. Like if you're not
Yeah,
a mutant and you threaten a mutant, he's like, bro, I'll kill you. Like what are we talking about? Like somebody
yeah,
said Cyclops is like mutant. What they said? They say he's mutant Malcolm X, but like 100 times worse. They
yeah.
said
Niggas think Magneto is mutant Malcolm X. They
the
don't know
Cyclops,
Cyclops.
bro. It's because it's one panel where America was trying to get somebody, and they sent Captain America there, and he was like, "Oh, we're trying to get XYZ person," and Cyclops was like, "If you don't get off my freaking island, I will kill you."
Right. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about because I think that kind of goes into like the thing like Cyclops was right or something like that.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, so that just goes into them doing X-Men right, which kind of makes me like I feel like this show's success will truly blueprint how they're going to do X-Men in the MCU. Like obviously it's gonna be different because those universes are different and they um there's things that they gotta work out, but and I feel like they're gonna try to explore that
yeah,
in like Captain America Brave New World and even the Thunderbolts do that super soldier serum project and stuff. But um yeah, like do not be surprised if the X-Men in the MCU mirror the 97 show. Just don't. I know I won't
I
because
think
it's
it will for
Marvel's
sure,
formula.
and I think they'll use Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's more as a he's gonna be part of the team, but I don't think he's gonna be there at the very beginning. I can see
You
them.
think so? Like for the
Well,
MCU?
I can see. Well, let me rephrase it. I think he'll be almost more with Deadpool for the sense. Like, I feel like they're gonna be like. I feel like he's gonna reluctantly be his buddy. He gonna be on the X
Yeah.
Men. He's gonna reluctantly be Deadpool's buddy while he's still in X Men. I don't know how to explain it, but like, I
Right.
think they're gonna try to, and I hope is what you're saying. Like what we said is they put more other people at the forefront of the X Men,
Mm-hmm.
and I pray they don't. I don't want them to do no dang love triangles, boy. I'm so tired of. That's why I want to get to it real quick because I was on. I had got on Twitter the other day. People was talking about like X-Men Evolution. I said, finally, y'all recognize y'all looking at the one of
Mm-hmm.
the best X-Men stories ever. And a lot of people were like, this version, they were talking about like that version of Wolverine, how he's like purely mentor. It ain't no love triangles, nothing. They're like, wow, when you really have the 300-year-old samurai ex soldier as a mentor, it actually works out better for the story. I said, no shit. So
Yeah.
I really want the MCU to kind of do that with Hugh Jackman's. Like he don't got to be full blown. Like I'm teaching you everything, but I would rather have him be like, oh, he's the old soldier ish type instead of being like, I'm trying to smash everybody in existence. Like,
But
come on.
yeah, I agree. My only thing is I don't think they are keeping Hugh Jackman as the MCU Wolverine. I think after Deadpool and Secret Wars, he done.
hmm
Which I guess my another question is, who do you think? Who would your fan casting be for the MCU Wolverine? Because obviously the popular one is Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. And
MCU
initially,
Wolverine.
I don't know. I was not a fan of that, but I'm like, you know what? The same argument they were making for Daniel Radcliffe, they were making for Hugh Jackman, for him coming from musicals, and now he's Wolverine. So I'm like, maybe Daniel Radcliffe, because he is a good actor. He's been in a lot of shit that isn't Harry Potter.
You know
My
who?
my personal one would be Tom Hardy if he wasn't Venom already, but him or old boy from the Kingsman.
They could do, bro. Give shit. Dang, I ain't supposed to be cursing. Old dude from Vikings. I don't know if you've seen Vikings. Type
Not
in
yet, but
Vikings. Travis Fimmel. I think that's his name.
okay,
Travis Fimmel.
yeah, I can see
Either
it.
him or the person who plays his brother. What is his brother, man?
And then another thing, another person, Carl Urban Butcher from The Boys. I know he was in the MCU kind of as in the Thor series, but no one remembers that. And who cares? You
No,
got
for
people
real.
playing the same character all the time. So
I can see
Carl
Clive
Urban.
Standen.
Hmm.
Clive Standen.
Hmm.
He was on Vikings also.
Okay.
Because his character on Vikings, he's Ragnar's brother, and he played what they call him, the Bear. I think that was his nickname. It was something. His name was Krollo, but it's a few scenes of him when he's fighting. I said, this motherfucker's a savage. Like, so those are two off the top of my head. I was gonna say Tom Hardy also, but I think Tom Hardy would be my first one for sure. But yeah, he's already Venom.
My next topic. This next topic is so Avengers 5. So as of right now, the news is that it's not supposed to be called Kang Dynasty anymore, but reportedly Kang is still the villain. And
Keep going.
no, I mean that's pretty much it. Like Kang is supposed to be still the villain, and I think after Avengers 5, that's when they're going to introduce a new villain, which
Dr. Doom.
I think we both agree who it should be.
Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom.
So, how do you think they should introduce Doctor Doom in Avengers 5, or do you believe they? Well, I'm gonna stop right there and ask you that question. How should they introduce him in Avengers 5?
So we don't got. I think one side note. It was something I saw online. It was a tweet. I don't know what movie it's for. It may have been for the one you're talking about right now, but they said it's supposed to be somebody fighting the Kang variants. No, it was you know what it was? It was talking about supposedly the plot for Doctor Strange. They said some I
Doctor
have to
Strange
refind it.
3?
Yeah, they said supposedly the plot for that is, a girl he with.
Yeah, Clea.
Yeah, they're supposed to be him, Clea.
Who we should have been with.
Yeah, literally. But it's supposed to be him and her going through the multiverse, or it's supposed to be like fixing incursions or helping fix incursions. But in the movie, they have to deal with the Council of Kangs and something else. I'll find a tweet a little later, but that's what I was trying to remember. Like when you said Kang, I thought that was something else.
Because I thought you were talking about Shang-Chi 2, because I'll read this article because it's in the next area of the show. But Shang-Chi 2 is supposed to be in the works. In the second movie, they're gonna talk about how the 10 rings were made by a Kang variant. So I guess they're gonna talk about that, and reportedly the movie will like feature time travel, and it's supposed to be one of the untitled movies in Phase 6. So I saw this in I think I saw that tweet in like late January or early February. It was like a few months ago, and I feel like I saw some stuff recently that kind of disproved that, because they were well. I saw some things that were aligned with that, because they were talking about the Iron Fist character and the Iron Fist
Yeah.
mantle. So in this movie, they're supposed to meet either the original Iron Fist or one of one of the first ones around the time Shang-Chi's father had the 10 rings, or first had the 10 rings.
Well,
Which
what's the
is
name coming back? The actor.
who?
The actor for Iron Fist from the show. Because
No way.
apparently on IG he posted the comic. He posted like his it's like a suitcase bag, and it was the Iron Fist comic on the side, and it was something else. Then he said it was like some little thing he put. So apparently people think he's coming back.
Well, I think he's supposed. Well, yeah, they're trying to bring him back in, like that whole Defender universe in the
Yeah.
Netflix shows, back to the MCU, which I think they're going to set up in Daredevil. But yeah, like I think with Shang-Chi in particular, they're going to talk about the Iron Fist, but not about what's his name? Like I think Danny.
I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. He couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be talking about him, but like the original Iron Fist person.
Okay. But
And that's how like Danny Rad. So they're talking. So they're going back in time, which goes into like the time travel point and the Kang variant stuff. So obviously they're still holding on this Kang shit. Now your boy is fired, so either they gonna recast somebody, or they bringing that boy back.
Boy, they about to cast us. Could you imagine?
You imagine they reach out to you like, we need you to play Kang in Avengers 5, and it's going to cost you $5 million. I mean, we're going to pay you $5 million.
Boy, I'm about to get an Oscar worthy.
I'd do that shit for $1 million.
I'll do it for $100K. Boy, you say $1 million? I'm showing up with my own costume. Don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. I made it all myself. Oh man, $5 million?
No, you don't have to worry about that. We're just gonna motion capture it. No, I made it. Like it's good. I'm good.
Nope. We going back to the real. We gonna have what the heck is it called? We have natural and motion capture. We doing both.
Yeah.
So it really,
this is a real
look
thing.
Good. OG Marvel stuff. But I don't know, bro. The Shang-Chi sounds good. To go back to, I know we kind of went on a tangent a little bit, but to go back to what I think for Marvel, not Marvel, Avengers.
Avengers 5.
I really don't see what they right now. I don't see the vision of like what really they want to do. Because even if you have Kang in there, well, actually, let me rephrase that. You said how we introduce Dr. Doom. I would have him honestly be a descendant of Reed. Side note, I realized something while editing this episode, that I say Dr. Doom is a descendant of Reed Richards, but I meant Kang because I was talking about Kang right before I talked about Dr. Doom. So just tone out that I say Dr. Doom is a descendant of Reed. Yeah, we make mistakes. So back to the episode. Also, in saying that if the theory does come true and he is a descendant of Reed Richards randomly, just know I did say it first, even though I just said I didn't say it. So, boom. Because we already know the Fantastic Four is based in the 80s?
Supposed to take place in an alternate universe. So I think they're in an alternate universe back in time.
Yeah, they like in. I
It's
think they
either
doing
one
a
of
space
those
race.
or both.
Yeah, they might be before then because I know they got that picture of Neil Armstrong on the little poster. But whenever it was, we know it's in the 19 something. So I would still have him be. I'd have him be a descendant of Reed in this timeline, whatever timeline they choosing. Because one, it makes sense because obviously if he was freaking, if Reed was what 40, 50 back then, we'll just say 40. It's 2020 something. He 80, 90. He old. So have him be Senator Reed grandson. I'd say grandson. That'd be the easiest way to do it. Grandson of Reed, who lives in my mind just went blank, and I know where he lives too.
Latveria?
Latveria, yeah. I don't know why I couldn't say the word. Who lives in Latveria, and somehow, some way, he finds. You could even have it where you say, okay, he finds some old stuff Reed used to do, like some old schematics, whatever, and he makes you can even say he makes an incursion or he makes like a freaking device to travel.
Right.
And then boom, you
His
meet
time
Kang.
chair that Kang gets.
You could.
Or Kang, he steals Kang's time chair at the end, because I don't know if you're done, but
Yeah,
if, if
I was literally just spitballing. I had nothing else really going for that theory.
but what I was gonna say, well, to the Doctor Doom thing, I wouldn't do anything until. Here's my thing: Avengers 5, the Avengers need to lose.
Please.
They need to lose to Kang. Kang thinks they won. A nigga comes in at the end credit scene. I'm killing all y'all. One swoop is my shit now.
And
And it's Doctor Doom. That's what happens.
But you know what? Marvel don't like doing that. That's the thing.
And that's the problem.
Because
That's the problem.
if they ended a movie with Doom, like just imagine Doom, right, walking through a portal, like slow motion. Kang think he just killed Kang. And he just like, I guess this is all mine. And you end like that, you're like,
Yes.
I need to see the next movie because I don't know how crazy this nigga is. Excuse me, sorry for cursing.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, that's how I would want Avengers 5 to go. And I would want Avengers 5 to be similar to Age of Ultron in the sense of, like, we have our team. We have our team there, and we're learning about the team's dynamic together. Whoever that team is, I'm not about to make the shit up right now. It's just we're gonna have a team and they're working together. And they're trying to fight this cause. You know, they have their ups, their downs, but they go through adversity. They come up short. They lose to Kang, and all hell breaks loose. Loki comes in there, tries to say today, maybe he lose. Or maybe they lose. Loki saves the day. At the end, Doom comes in, kills Loki. Now he got that time tree in his hand, nigga.
And then that can make, and that, you know what's crazy? If he get the time tree, he could be like, he could really do God Doom.
Yes.
And then that could even, and then you go to Battle World because he's like, I got all the timelines. I'm just gonna create one single one.
Or I'm everywhere. I'm omnipotent. I rule over everything. I'm him. I'm that dog, that man, that body, that naysayer.
That naysayer. Come on, man. Marvel. Come on. We giving y'all the entire plots. Whoa.
But yeah, that's all the other inner details. I don't know. Like, they can go through any Kang thing, because at least one thing they do know is, like, after Ant-Man 3, you cannot keep Kang past Avengers 5. You just can't.
Yeah.
So it's either you bring in either Doctor Doom or you have the Maestro. He's another multiversal villain. You basically do the same thing, just with the Maestro. And
Yeah.
then you bring in Doom later. Now, that might be another big bad that you can introduce. He's basically Thanos but stronger, and he's an evil version of an Avenger in an alternate future. So that could be some later. But those might be my two candidates after Kane. I think the more popular one is Doctor Doom. But if they want to hold out on Doom and just have him as a forever villain or forever bad, they can just use the Maestro. But yeah, if that is it on that one, then we can go to this last one. I want your ideas on it. So I don't know if you've seen this one, Feeq, but Nelson, I think his name, Nelson Peltz, he's supposed to be an activist investor trying to win 2 Disney board sets.
That's that old
He
dude.
questioned. Yeah, probably. I just know he old. He look old.
I seen like one comment he made. Hold on, keep going.
So he questions Kevin Feige's track record. He's like and says the Disney's current strategy is quote woke. Quote, why do I have to have a Marvel that's all women? Not that I have anything against women, but why do I have to have that? Why can't I have Marvels that are both? Why do I need an all black cast? End quote.
Bro. When he said, when I read that, I read the one about the all black cast, and they showed Black Panther. I said, "Nigga, what you want it to be?"
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about?
Bigot.
Like, what do you mean? Like, yes. And so this thing is twofold. One, say what you want about Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is the reason y'all know Iron Man is not a robot.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige is the reason y'all know who Captain America is, and he's now a household name. Niggas naming their kid Steve because of Captain America.
He the reason people so fiending off Bucky and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, Kevin Feige created this 10-year dynasty that no one thought anyone could do with comic book characters. No one thought you could do it. They're like, this insane. They don't make money. It's not Hollywood. It's not movies.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make $1 billion off a comic book movie. What the hell are you talking about?
They're like, y'all playing dress
Kevin
up.
Feige
Y'all not
did
making real movies.
Y'all not
Little
making
did they
real
know.
movies. Kevin Feige did it. So as much shit as we like to give him, and some of it rightfully so, but like you can't deny the track record he's had with the MCU and building up Marvel, and even prior to that, helping make other movies like X-Men. The director on the X-Men was like, y'all cannot have comic books on my set. Y'all can't do it. I don't want to see no comic book and no X-Men. If I see that shit, you're fired. Kevin Feige was sneaking comic books to the actors, Hugh Jackman and all them.
That shit's so crazy.
So do y'all understand how crazy that is? You're on a set. That's like telling Tim with that nigga in Doom. That's like telling all the Doom guys. That's like telling all of them, y'all can't watch or read nothing related to Doom. I don't need to see it. It's just my vision. I'm the big honcho. My vision goes. Y'all don't read it. Just do what I say. What? What do you mean? Why? Like that would only just help me get a better understanding of the character, right? We're just acting. We're acting how this character should act. Don't you think we should know the
Exactly.
source material. Don't you think we should know that? Man,
They
I'm
too
sorry I had to go
prideful.
on that rant, but that's just go crazy to me. And back to the Nelson Pelt shit. Why the hell you questioning Kevin Feige? You just mad because he got what you don't. And you over here saying bullshit like, why do I need a all black cast for a Black Panther movie in Africa? What white niggas are in Africa? Respectfully. What white niggas do you know that are Black Panther? That's the dumbest thing ever. That's the same shit people. That sounds as dumb as people saying we need a. Why isn't there a white Black Panther? You know why. Stop being stupid.
They want Ryan
You know
Gosling,
why.
bro. They want
Like,
Ryan
stop
Gosling.
being dumb.
Hey, cast Ryan Gosling as Black Panther, man.
Why is that a thing? Where did that come from?
That's a meme. Somebody, because when they were, I forgot what was going on. They had cast somebody as a joke. They had cast somebody, and they were like, and you know how them racists be on. They were like, well, why don't we make
Yeah.
this? Why don't we just make this person white, or why don't we just make this person this race? And so
Mhm.
people on the trolls account, they'll be like, um. They'll be like Ryan Gosling playing Black Panther, or they'll be like, what they say? It was another one. It was like Mark Wahlberg playing Malcolm X. It was something like that. It was like the most outlandish stuff. It's like the most outlandish thing. Could you
Like, come
imagine?
on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing now? Now we're just being dumb on purpose. Like, this shit is pissing me off. It don't make no sense. Like, you really had the audacity, the idiomatic gall to say some nut shit like that.
It's because they think they
What the
got a
hell are we talking about?
they think they gonna get a "I got you" moment, quote unquote, trying to sound smart when they really
Literally.
sound dumb.
Yeah, I'm just like, ain't no way. So yeah, the Nelson and his comments, I don't know you, so I'm not about to say you're an idiot, but those comments were very idiotic. Like that shit is just dumb.
Send him to the nursing home.
Like why do I need an all black cast? Why I need an all white cast for a cowboy movie? How about that? Since we want to get stupid, why I need an all white cast for a cowboy movie then? Cowboys started with black people. We're being honest.
You know
Why do I
what's
need that?
crazy? You know what's crazy while we on this subject? whenever whenever people be online getting mad at movies on like and it's aliens, they be like, they're not this color. I'm like, nigga, they aliens.
They
How the fuck
aliens.
you know what
You
color they
don't know
are?
what they
You
look like,
dumbass
nigga.
nigga. The fuck we talking about? That alien doesn't look like that. They're why are they black, bitch? You don't know if you
You
don't know if
got
a
one
real
in your
alien yellow,
backyard?
purple, green. Like the fuck are we talking about, nigga? Oh my god.
I'm sorry I got you cursing and breaking your fast, but
Oh no, man, we good.
this is so dumb. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, oh my gosh. Now I find it so hard to take certain things I read seriously because I'm like, there's no way you said this in your right mind. Like with this Nelson Peltz quote, why do I need an all black cast? What? For a Black Panther movie? I understand why would we need an all black cast if y'all making a docu show or um autobiography movie of fucking Donald Trump. But why do I need an all black cast about
A
Black Panther
motherfucking Africa
in Africa?
on a fake nation. It's not even real. It's not.
It's not real. Like that's the thing. It's not real. It's made up.
Why do I need an all black cast? Because in the comic, who all is in goddamn Wakanda? Black people.
Like I think people forget that certain people's features are like their identity. Like that is the thing. That's the difference between characters like Black Panther and even Spider-Man to a lesser extent because he's like Peter Parker Spider-Man, not Spider-Man in general. But like there is a identity with their identity is directly tied to their character.
Exactly.
Even with Magneto and Mutants. Like he is a Holocaust survivor. That is completely tied to his identity. That to his character. So we can move past that because we're just gonna keep rambling about just how dumb that is.
Yeah.
But next we're moving on to our newest section of the show, Like It or Redacted. If you're still new to the show, this is an area where we kind of just do a rumor roundup, speed run of different headlines that we've seen on our feeds and Twitters and threads. And we'll say if we either like it, love it, or redact it. So the first one is Deadpool and Wolverine is introducing a new concept to the multiverse in the movie. And apparently that concept is, I'm blowing up the tweet right now, but off the top of my head, it's pretty much you have a main person in each universe, and if that person dies, then that universe will then slowly fade away. So I guess to you, Feeq, do you like this concept, love it, or redact it?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it because I feel it'll keep. Damn. Every time I think about I want to like enjoy something, I just remember some of these Marvel writers aren't good. So I was like, I think it'll keep a lot of the stuff condensed where it's not as
Right.
confusing. Where it's like we got 100 timelines. Like, no, if we know Charles Xavier died in this timeline, we don't have to worry about it no more because it's gone. Right. I think it's a good idea.
Right.
For right now. So I'll say I'll like it for right now. I'll have to read more into it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like it. I'm interested to see how it plays out in the movie. In practical terms, right now this is theory. Like there's so many, and then I feel like the Marvel Studios is introducing so many Marvel concepts that damn near contradict each other in these shows and movies all the time.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this one goes, and hopefully this one stick. And like you said, maybe this is how we keep our, I guess, faces of the universe, quote unquote. Like maybe this is how. Maybe they could say in this movie, in the main 616 Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline, that's how like Tom Holland is that what is called a Nexus being, because that's what it sounds like. So this Nexus being is Tom Holland. He is critical in this universe. He needs to stay alive at all time, at all costs, and that's how we keep Tom Holland in these movies and him coming around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe in this one, it'll say like Deadpool is that person, or this Hugh Jackman in the Foxverse is that for that show or that universe.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, like I said, we like it. Interested to see how they explain that one. Next is Henry Cavill is rumored to have accepted a role in the MCU. Reportedly, the role is Captain Britain. Do we like this, love it, or redacted?
Redacted. I do not
He
want to see him
actually
as
is
Captain
him
Britain.
as Doctor Doom. Henry Cavill is Doctor Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
If he Doctor Doom, he'd have to play like how he was in was that Mission Impossible?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, he have to do some stuff like that. Redacted. I don't want to see him as Captain Britain. I ain't trying to see that. I ain't trying to see that mess.
Yeah, I'll say I like it because I feel as strongly about this one as I did with the news we heard about Thor and stuff. Like this, it just sound like fake news to me. There's no
Yeah.
script. There's no nothing. There's no hard. No one is working on this project. Redacted. So the next one is a live action Teen Titans movie is in the works. Anya Norgura is writing the script. She's also set to write the script for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Like it, love it, or redacted.
That's real?
It came from discussing films.
What the heck? I don't. And that's gonna be in the new DC universe, I'm guessing.
Yeah, sources from the Hollywood Reporter, and that was posted by Discussing Films. Discussing Films said the sources from Hollywood Reporter. So yeah, it's in the works.
I don't know. That's so random. I want to like it, but at the same time, redacted. You know what's crazy? Because her and James Gunn are doing the Supergirl movie, right?
Yes.
Or she's doing it, James Gunn overseeing whatever. But
James Gunn's overseeing, but she's writing it and probably producing it too. But she's writing the script.
You know what's crazy? I really think that Supergirl movie gonna be insanely good.
I agree.
The Teen Titans, I just don't know. That's that. I don't see them as live action right now. So we'll see after the Supergirl movie. Supergirl movie, good. I'll say I love it.
I think it depends. Well, remember this. We're getting Batman Brave and the Bold. And it's supposed to be that Robin is supposed to have Damian in it. So that could mean a couple things. Meaning we already have Dick Grayson in this universe, and he's leading that Titans. So it could be that same Dick Grayson, and it's just about this team. And I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of indifferent, but I don't know how I feel about a Teen Titans movie, especially live action. Teen Titans movie coming out before a Justice League movie. But then again, as I'm saying that out loud, I feel like we're getting a pseudo Justice League movie in Superman.
Yeah, I think they're gonna already be kind of established, not fully established, but somewhat, or they're forming the rest of the team at least.
Mm-hmm. So I'll say I like it as well, but interested to see more details on it. More can be desired. Next is Marvel is reportedly developing an Avengers film around the World War Hulk storyline instead of it being a Hulk movie. Another thing to that, I saw another tweet from like Culture, whatever that other, Culture Crave and Discussing Film. Like Kevin Feige came out and basically said Hulk will never get another independent film ever again. So, do you like this? Love it or redact it? And if not, why?
Is it still gonna be Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo? Yeah. It's probably gonna be in universe. They're just not. They're just making it probably a Hulk Avengers movie.
If they do World War Hulk, I mean, they already tried to do that technically with Love and Thunder, not Love and Thunder,
Ragnarok.
I mean, they had their chance there, man.
Well, because here's my thing, here's how they, I guess, can square the circle. So in Secret Wars, or I guess in Kang Dynasty, the end, the villain is Maestro, and World War Hulk could be the Avengers realizing the Hulk is going to turn into that person in the future. We got to stop him right now. So it's basically the Avengers versus the Hulk. And they see that and it's like, we got to send you out again, but I'm sorry. And that's when, if Smart Hulk is still the same, or if Mark or Bruce Banner's human, then he's like basically on the running. Like it's still that strife from on the team, you know. And then I guess it could almost be like a Civil War in the sense where it's like Team Hulk, because I'm assuming Jen Walters, his cousin, is gonna obviously take his side. He may have some other people on his side as well, and then it's like basically have everyone against the Hulk and his team, or just the
Everyone
Hulk by
against the
himself. Because
Hulk.
the Hulk is a one man army against 50. If you've seen World War Hulk, you know exactly he's a personification of that. But
Yeah.
so I can see them trying to do it like that. Like the Avengers see a vision of Mark Ruffalo's Hulk becoming the Maestro. Them seeing that, it's like, oh shit, we need to stop him. And then basically Mark Ruffalo was like, no, I don't want y'all to do that. Then they just fight.
No. No. No, I don't want y'all to do that.
Because the thing with Hulk is, you just want to see the nigga smash shit. You just want to see him smash things and fight. We haven't seen a live action Hulk do some Hulk shit in a long time.
We haven't seen it since
Or Infinity War.
not even Infinity
Not
War.
even.
Not even Infinity War.
Probably Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess not Love and Thunder, Ragnarok. Because that was after Age of Ultron. But
yeah, that was the last one, Ragnarok. Every other movie he's been in, he's just been helping. He hasn't really fought. Even in Endgame, he wasn't doing nothing.
Or I wonder if in some, because I can see them setting that up. I can see them setting up that Maestro stuff, or just like a everyone against Hulk thing in like the Thunderbolts, because obviously in that we're getting Thunderbolt Ross, and then there's a Red Hulk out. Because obviously you don't bring back Thunderbolt Ross if you're not doing Red Hulk. So
Exactly.
they have the Red Hulk, but they think that's Hulk. So they think Hulk went bad, or like Hulk is on his freak shit again. So they like go to Bruce Banner and it's like, what are you doing? What is this? There's only one person on this planet who can do that. And they're like, well, I've been here the whole time. Like, what are you talking about? And I can see them doing that. I don't know. It's just more ideas. I feel like I'm giving Marvel a lot of things they can feed off of, but we'll see. This is just a report. But I will say, yeah, I'll say like it, because after hearing reportedly that Kevin Feige is never, or like the Marvel Studios as of right now is like not doing a Hulk title anytime soon, then yeah, just put in an Avengers movie, because that's an Avengers level threat anyway. The Hulk.
Yeah, he is. Honestly, they need to redesign him. Go back to the Incredible Hulk design.
Go back to buzz cut over this whole shit up. Drop military fade Hulk.
Yeah, just
Wide
go back
neck
to
Hulk.
the Incredible Hulk design. I hate this. He be only thing that I think about when I see the Hulk, the MCU's Hulk, is a silverback gorilla. That's all I think about when I see the Hulk, right? I don't know, but I'm gonna say Redact for right now, because I feel like they haven't known how to use the Hulk since the older movies, and they put him on such a back burner where it's like, what the heck do we do with this guy? And even his son Scar, please get him a new cut, bro. Don't take him to Sports Clip.
Just get rid of him.
Honestly, delete him.
Just get rid of him. That never happened.
Just reintroduce
that never
him
happened.
at a later time.
Yeah. That whole episode of She-Hulk was just a pipe dream. Like, that was a hallucination. I don't even want to believe that ever happened.
That was a whole bunch of nothing happening. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh. But the last one before we get into our bag is Seth Rogen will officially be writing and producing an R-rated Venom animated project for Sony Pictures Animation. We like it, love it, or redact it.
We love it.
Love it, especially seeing what he did with like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, that movie, and his other projects he's done. Like, there's really no reason why I don't see him failing in this movie. Like, I don't really, because he's gonna do his due diligence. He's going to cast the right people. Animation is going to be on point. He's gonna get the right team for that. Like, imagine a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse animated style Venom movie. That'd go crazy.
Ooh. Yeah. Take my money right now.
Yeah, but this last one, because I meant to talk about it in the topics, but you can kind of make it short. So, because have you been watching Invincible?
No, I know how many episodes in? 3 episodes? 2 episodes in?
Yeah,
There might be
3.
more. 3. I haven't watched
First
I
3.
haven't watched them. I've been spoiled on a few of them, so I mean, I get the gist of what's going on.
Well, because since you haven't watched it, I'm not gonna go too in depth. But it's just the main topic is: do you think Amazon killed the hype for Invincible, waiting that long to drop a second season?
No, and I only say that because I always feel like the people that are going to watch something will watch it. I think it killed the hype for the consumer that got on the hype train of Invincible, who's like, "Oh, this is a season. This is my, I don't not say seasonal show, but this is the show I'm gonna watch because I watched it. What 2 years ago is when the other Invincible came out. I watched it 2 years ago, so it's back at the end of the year, so I'm gonna watch it all. Oh wait, now I gotta wait 3 months for however many months it was to watch the second part. I think it killed the hype for them. But the people that actually wanted to watch it and it was already invested in it, I feel like it didn't take no hit to them.
Yeah.
Cause shoot, man, if that was the case, I would have gave up on Attack on Titan a long time ago.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Oh man, the final part 3, the final part 4. I said, God dang, I'm gonna still watch, bro. I love you. I'm gonna still watch.
That's fair. That's fair. My thing is, I get that. It's just me personally. You had no business waiting that long to drop another half of a season, 4 more episodes that you already had filmed. You already did them. They're already done. You had no business dropping those shits 4 months later. It was November, December, January, February. We're about to hit April.
Yeah.
And the show not even done. I could understand. I could low key forgive you if it was mid February. I'll forgive you for that. We're about to hit April, dude. I can't excuse that. Me personally, I can't excuse that. So that's my only pushback on that. I do agree with you. Like the people that will watch it inevitably. But for the people that just like you said, just got on the hype train, I don't like this season is still good. I don't think it's season 1.
Yeah.
So it's like for it to not be season 1 and you're short digging us with the first 4 episodes,
Hey, yo.
then you already got these other 4. You're thinking like, oh, you gotta wait. Oh, be patient. Just hold this hype. 4 months. People's attention span is so short they're gonna forget what they ate for breakfast after they ate it 3 minutes later. So no. By that time, people, and then when they even brought it back, they didn't. I don't think they necessarily did a good job of pubbing it like that second half.
No, they didn't. I forgot it came back until I started seeing people posting scenes. I said, "Damn."
Exactly. It's like either you knew or you got spoiled, basically. But yeah, I think it killed it a little bit because if they do, I think this is strike one, and they really only get 2 strikes because if they do this shit in season 3, they
Yeah.
done. They're done for this. Like Invincible is cooked, in my opinion. But like you said, people will watch it like us. We're gonna keep watching it, but I think to non like the casuals, they're probably just like you said. They probably forgot about it
Oh, they
after
for
them verse
sure.
4. They're gonna
They for
be
sure forgot.
mid-May, and they're gonna be like, "What did the show ever come back?" You're like, "Yeah, this shit done." What?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with that being said, it's time to get in that infamous bag. Cue the music.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag of big bag.
All right. So first, get our bag question. This is one I seen on Twitter. The question was, which movie has the better fight choreography? Captain America: Winter Soldier or Shang-Chi?
I believe. I believe overall,
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Chi has the better fight choreography because it was consistently, um, a different type of fighting style, also than from what the other Marvel movies was. So it was refreshing. But I will say, I think the best fighting sequence of just hand to hand fight is still Winter Soldier when Steve and Bucky was fighting
On the roof.
in front of the building.
Oh yeah.
Nah, in front of the building with when he had the knife too, and they were like fighting
Oh
in between the
yeah.
cars. I think that fight sequence alone sold me that this will forever be one of my favorite Marvel movies. That fight sequence alone.
Yeah.
So I think Winter Soldier had the better fight, like singular fight scene, but overall for our entire movie, Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi, they was getting down. I can't lie. I was
Boxing.
like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, they were boxing. Yeah, I think overall, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Shang-Chi just because I am like a big kung fu movie fan, and I feel like in Shang-Chi, it adopted a lot of what makes kung fu movie great in terms of like obviously the fighting, that choreography, and it just kind of modernized it in something that is very, like you said, refreshing in Marvel movies, especially ones that are action packed, like a Captain America movie or like Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can say what you want about that movie, but I would say like the fighting scenes in those were pretty good. That's probably the only nice thing you'll get me to say about that movie. But
You ain't like the CGI, man?
I didn't. Fight scenes were great. That's it. But the next question is who's the bigger menace? Is it OG Broly, Frieza, Goku Black, or Kid Buu?
Who? So if I had to rank them, right, I would say the biggest menace is one, Kid Buu. Oh shit. Two, Frieza. Dang. Three, I want to say Goku Black, and I want to say four, Broly. And Kid
Mm.
Buu is one because I still can't fathom that he went to Otherworld and was beating up dead niggas. They were already dead. He already
Yeah.
killed half of them. Some of them already been there. And he said, I'm gonna still run some fades. Like, that's crazy to me. And then also when when he blew right before he blew up Earth, when he was creating the energy ball, and Goku and Vegeta was like, Boo, why are you doing this? And he just looked at them and burst out laughing. I said, yeah, you're a different type of person.
Yeah, that's. But I'd had to say Kid Buu because like dude didn't even speak English. He spoke violence.
He spoke violence.
Dude ain't even know how to talk with blowing up planets. Like that was one crazy dog. Like, and I still feel like to this day, outside of Jiren, he gave Goku his OG Broly gave him some work too. He killed him, but him and Goku, him and Broly were like his two strongest opponents, barring Jiren. But yeah, it's just Goku Black. He didn't really do nothing. He just was annoying. He kept coming back, and then Frieza is just a racist. So
only reason I would have Goku, only reason I think of Goku Black as kind of high as being a menace, because like you took over this man body and you just went and like murdered all his friends and families. Like that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. And then when he stabbed him when he was fighting Goku, he stabbed him and he was like, oh yeah, I killed your wife. And Goku's like, what? He said, oh yeah, she was like, he started explaining it. I said, yeah, this is you're a word.
Yeah. And the last one, this one's hilarious. The last one is who wins, the Punisher versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Right.
Or is it guns or no guns?
Nah, bro, fight to the death.
Fight to the death. I fight Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the Punisher getting two. He getting two of them. All the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are not making it out there alive. I think, unfortunately, Donatello dying and maybe Mikey. If Mikey lock in, he'll survive. If he doesn't, he's dead.
I think same thing. I said Donatello dying for sure. He died, and it's crazy. I think,
and I love Donatello is my favorite Team Mutant Ninja. But if it's life to the death against the Punisher, he's not making it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think Donnie is gonna get taken out. And I think Raph would get taken out too, solely because he's just trying to protect them.
Yeah, he would try to 1v1 dude and like no.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, for me, it was down to Raph or Mikey. Because Mikey is the most skilled out of all of them. But he just is not a serious person. So I'm like, that's why I said if he locks in, he'll survive. If he doesn't, he's dead. But yeah, I can see Raph dying because he'll try to 1v1 dude or like just try to out macho him. And I'm like, this is Frank Castle we talking about. There's very few people that can out macho him with that aren't superpowered. So yeah. Speaking of the Punisher, he was in a Spider-Man animated series show too.
Oh dang!
It was the Punisher, and he was trying to find it was the Punisher trying to find Spider-Man, and they were trying to find him, and then somehow Blade got into it. It was like a couple episodes after that. Blade was in there, and they were trying to fight each other.
I gotta rewatch because I don't remember those episodes.
Yeah, but I know it's when you do remember. Oh my god, that shit.
That joke
but
funny as heck. It's not funny, but it's funny.
Very sad. But finally, we are getting to our final section of the day, the redacted rules. For those who are new to us and don't know what that is, we each give a rule of the day, and it could be as serious as trust in yourself, or as non-serious as go flush the toilet. So I'll give my first one. Redacted rule: let your body heal. And the reason why I say that is because yesterday I was hooping and rolled my ankle. A week prior, I rolled my ankle on the same foot and thought I was okay. Rolled it again. I don't know if it's fractured or not, but I'm able to walk on it, so it's probably just re-aggravated and bruised. But yeah, let your body heal. Don't do what I did. Don't be dumb. Yeah.
My redacted rule is hey, lock in. We quarter away through the year.
Yeah, almost at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, lock in. That's all I gotta say. Lock in. Look in the mirror and say lock in.
But with that being said, it's been another great episode of the Redacted Show. Make sure you guys are liking the reels. Make sure you guys are interacting with the page. Make sure you guys are interacting with us, and telling us what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. Tell us if you want us to just stop the show. Just let us know.
Yeah, just let me know. I ain't gonna listen to you, but just let us know. If somebody really says us that, I'll make a dedicated episode just to you.
Oh yeah, we'll say something to you. But with that being said, it's been your boy Dana Dane.
It's been your boy Feeq.
And we out.
And always remember, folks, P. Diddy likes to party, and you gotta tell him no. Oh man,
Oh,
hey, we
my
out. Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in and ask my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fat, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little part, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice to the drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a Mexico making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hold my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was mango. Got my Soviet clutching the Draco. It was